Well, good morning. This is PJ. Welcome to Grace Hollow. Today is Monday, June 3rd, which is weigh-in day for the fourth challenge. This is our final weigh-in. I know Courtney has done very well. I started out this month and, I worked hard all month long. I had 1 week that I was, kind of teetering on the emotional side, and I could have done better. But overall, for the whole month, I stayed on task. I stayed focused, and I really did do what I felt was. I stayed committed, and I ate faithfully. Now my exercise, of course, as the month began, I was, a little easy on the exercise. But after the cardiologist and the neurologist both gave me the clear bill of health, then I stepped up the exercise in this last week. Overall this week, I did very well with sticking to my diet. I ate a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I have gradually increased my amount of grains. I still don't eat a lot, but I did increase. I've been eating a bowl of bran flakes every day for the B12. It's the only reason I eat the bran flakes is because of my B12 was low. So I've been using that to hopefully boost that B12 level back up and get it up to a little better level. And then I've gradually added bread back to my lunch. I still don't eat bread in the evening. I usually have either the whole wheat pita or Dave's Killer Bread, multi-grain bread. And at the beginning I was having half a pita or one slice of bread, and now I'm having most of the time the whole pita or 2 slices of bread. So I've been doing pretty good with that, and that's done well. And Daddy J is in the door behind you, pretending to dance for me with my sunbonnet on. So he's making me laugh. He's so silly. So anyway, how'd I do this week? I think overall I did okay. On Saturday, the church down here had 4th of July festivities, and I can't tell you how amazing that event was. I don't know how I didn't know they do this. Apparently they've been doing this for 10 years. This was the 10th year, and I heard about it, and so I went. It was an all-day event. I went, it started at 2, and I got there about 2:45. I was a little late. Started out, you had free hot dogs and free hamburgers all day long. They said until they ran out, but I ate lunch there, and then I turned around and I ate dinner there too. So for Saturday lunch, I cheated big time this week. Normally I only cheat a small cheat, but this week I really blew it way out of proportion when I cheated. For lunch, I had only the hot dog and a hamburger patty, and I dipped those in mustard and pickle relish, no bread. And then I carried with me a peach, and then later on I snacked on an apple. And then for dinner time, which was a late dinner, it was after bingo, so it was about 8 o'clock, maybe even 8:30. in the evening, I went back and I had a hamburger on bun with mustard and ketchup and a 1 ounce bag of Doritos. So, yeah, I blew that out of proportion. But that's okay. It's a 4th of July celebration, and so I feel, we're entitled to some cheats for the holidays. Oh, and I partook of their, after the pie contest, they cut the pies all up and little slithers, and I went and had a piece of pie, which, it was, if you have a standard pie and you cut it into 8 pieces, this was probably cut into about 24 pieces. And so, I had maybe a third of a slice of pie. So it wasn't too bad, but believe me, the one I tasted, I took the salted caramel, no, it was called strawberry cream. And it was amazing. It was the strawberries and the cream, but it was set on top of a chocolate. I don't know. It was beyond good. It was very good. And I thought, this wasn't even the winning pie, the strawberry cream. If that wasn't even a third placer, and it was so good. And I thought, man, if this one is that good, I can't imagine how good the winning pie was. So, but it was a plain cherry pie that won, and I'm not a huge fan of cherry pie. And I thought, if I'm gonna bust my diet and my blood sugar for a piece of pie, then I want to go for something. I'm gonna indulge. And so I did. I went for the strawberry cream. And it was very good. So anyway, let's see how I did this week. Oh, well, there we have that. Last week was 157.6, and this week is 158.6. So I actually gained a pound this week. Overall, I started out at 161, and I finish out at 158. So for the month of June, I only lost 3 pounds. That's a little bit short from where I wanted. My goal was to lose 10 pounds, and I didn't even meet my goal by halfway. So that's a little disappointing. But I did something else at the beginning of the month. I measured my waist, which is, my biggest concern is I hold my weight and my fat right here in my middle. And, for heart health, they expect a hip to waist ratio. And so this is what I've been watching. And so at the beginning of the month, I measured my waist. Oh, I'm embarrassed to say my waist was 40 and a half inches. And I measured my hips, and my hips were 41 inches. And so, my hip to waist ratio is way over what they call a healthy limit or a healthy ratio. Mine's way out of proportion. And, part of that is just the way I'm built. I don't have a waist like most women do. I'm built straight down, just like a man. And that's just, something I have to accept because that's how my body is. But, I can improve that, and that's what I'm going for. And so I measured my waist and my hips, this month. And my waist is down from 40 and a half. It's down to 38 and a quarter. So there's a little over 2 inches lost on my waist. And then my hips, it went from 41 to 40 and a half. So I've lost half an inch on my hips. So, that's going in the right direction. It's coming, some weight loss from my waist and bringing that hip to waist ratio. I still got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. But I lost from the waist and not a whole lot from the hip. So that's bringing that in to, a little healthier than what it was last month. So we'll continue to work on that. And so, we talk about challenges each week, and this is the final week. So I'm kind of at a loss, but I tell you what, I do have an idea for this week, or for this month. My challenge is, Courtney, can we do it again? Another month. So I challenge you, Courtney, to one more month. And, let's do the same thing. Let's strive for as much as we can. For me personally, I am down to 158, and I would like to see 148. I think that will bring this, I hope, would bring this middle down. Now that I can put in some serious exercise, I'm hoping to, burn that fat off of my middle. The fat around the middle is not healthy for anyone's heart. And since I have heart issues and heart disease, then that's my focus. I've got to get this middle, and the only way, of course, to burn fat, one, don't eat a lot of fat. Your body needs a certain percentage of fat to thrive. And if you don't feed it enough, it's going to start taking it from your body. And so that's what I want to do. I want to force my body to use the fat that it has stored. So I want to continue a low-fat diet. And then cardio. You have to work that fat off and burn it. You have to burn more calories than you consume. And again, force that body to use what it has stored. That's, what weight loss is all about. You have to burn it, and you have to force your body to use all this excess stuff that it has stored. And all this stored excess is what gives you excess weight. And so we have to make our bodies use it. And so this upcoming month, I'm going to have to do some changes. And I think the extended exercises, the more aggressive exercises, is going to push me towards that goal. So I'm going to have to just follow the diet, continue the low sodium, low fat, low cholesterol diet, which I'm doing by eating a majority plant-based diet. Just continue that, and then start getting really aggressive with the exercise. Burn those calories, burn that fat, and I'm confident. I know I failed my goal this month for the month of June, but I believe I can do it and keep working at it, and I think I can lose another 10 pounds. Come on, Courtney, are you with me?